write your name on the back, and then I'm gonna come with the ink and have you blow it with the straw. So from the back part over there. So CSMA does a couple things. For arts, they go into the schools. There's about, I think, 30 or plus schools that they go into during the school day. So the teacher will be on site at school teaching lessons that go all the way from line, shape, value, color. So we're trying to cover the basics at first and go all the way through into more complicated subjects.
Our goal is to provide a really strong arts education to people of all diverse background. It doesn't matter about their economic level or any reason that would eliminate them from the arts. We try to be as inclusive as possible. As they get older, there's a lot of connections to math and science.
I definitely think that art helps with learning in other core subjects. I feel that you can, first of all, demonstrate mastery in other subjects using art. Because it's a visual thing, it really does help children explore other areas of their brain.
I mean, a lot of things that we do is art, and people don't even understand that. So in the schools where we can expose kids to all these different types of art and mediums, I think is very helpful.
Teaching art, you're not just teaching art, you're teaching a lot of different concepts. You're teaching math, you're teaching science. I mean, everything comes in all at once. I think it kind of really is much more of a broad way of teaching.
You can see it from the time they're TK kindergarten. Their fine motor skills are developed through visual arts. They need to learn how to make patterns, which helps their reading skills and their focus on sort of abstract markings like letters.
You can change art as you go, and you can evolve, and you can keep working on something, sort of like editing a paper almost, so that if kids see that happening in other areas when they go to edit a paper, maybe it won't be such a struggle for them.
When you're doing art, it's usually coming from the unconscious, and so things come out of the art that you don't even realize. I mean, I've had clients come in here who have had a very difficult time even just being able to talk about what's going on, and so we've used the art instead.
It's calming, because if you'd just done math and you're like really stressed out about like how you did on a test, you could do art and it would be calming.
It really is exciting, and giving them a chance to kind of express their own idea, not just having them be in a rigid, like this is what you're doing, but they'll say, oh wow, can I make a rabbit instead of a dog, or can I do something like that? I'm like, yeah, go for it, you know. And then usually that is when they really start to bloom and be able to make something that's kind of beyond their expectation.
We have had some slim times because budgets were tight and art was the thing that got cut.
School districts are cutting art because it's an easy way to find some money. And I think people believe that STEM is very important. I think that art is part of that whole package. I really feel like if you have someone who's confident in art, even though they're not a mini Van Gogh, then they're going to be more confident in other subjects.
Proposition 13 changed the way property taxes were used for schools, and the schools had less money. So they instantly cut back on the arts, and that's right about the time when our our school began and started looking at how can we keep the arts in the schools. And
if we cut it even more, I think that would be a detriment to our academic offering for the kids in our area. I think art is such an important part of life that it would be a shame to see some of that funding go.
If people are exposed to art, they may discover something about themselves that they didn't know about themselves.
Art is very important, and it should be at every single school in the whole wide world. Art is the best.